Hello, I'm Sean Winters, and we're going to be with Stella Pollard from Franklin County discussing mini lessons using with Pear Deck. Now, the neat thing is about mini lessons is it's a great opening to any type of blended learning lesson. It's a good way of getting the kids kind of started thinking about a little project or reinforcing an idea that you have or making sure that your students are well prepared for the activity that you're going to have without doing a full-blown lesson with them. So without further ado, we'll get with Stella and look at some of the options she's given us.
I always like to start off my mini lesson by reviewing the learning target. Remember, if you are new to the district or a new teacher, always write your learning targets on your board as well. Whenever I first started in the district, I always had them on my slide, but as soon as we transitioned away from that slide, the learning target was not posted anywhere. So learn from my mistake, keep that posted wherever you can. So today's learning target for my class was I can write and solve equations to represent situations that involve rational numbers. I know I have it when I can write my own equation and create a video explaining how to solve it. One thing that I would do on this would be to have the students annotate that learning target, to underline their high or underline their significant words, just give them a chance to interact with that learning target and decompress it. So I might put a drawing activity on that slide. Now, the best thing about the drawing activity is that on the teacher dashboard, which you will see later on in this presentation, you're going to be able to see all of your students drawing at one time. So you'll be able to see them interacting with the words on the screen and drawing over top of it. You might have to model what that would look like the first few times that you do it, especially if you work with littles. But even if you work with middle and high, modeling is so important. So if you need to model, you might want to start off by just drawing yourself, or not drawing yourself, but going in and highlighting those keywords. So I'll grab my highlighter. I'm going to make it be purple, and I might highlight right. Oh, and then I might highlight solve equations because those are pretty important to me. They stand out. And then you could go through and you could talk about the importance of each of these terms. Maybe point out any key vocabulary that you're going to see. You can even color code it to have different meaning, like actions versus vocabulary words. Find a way that works for you and your kids and just show them how to break down that learning target. Sometimes the learning targets that we have on our maps might not be um, easy for every student to understand, but we know that there's value in the students understanding those learning targets. So take time to talk about them and dive in. That might take about 5 minutes. So I'm going to put that on the slide. I always like to insert, oh, let me just go back to my slide. I like to go up to insert video, and directly from here, I can search for YouTube for a 5-minute timer. A pretty handy tool. Whenever you can use a timer, use it. It helps so much with the kids that need that visual cue, and it helps the teachers too, kind of to know how much time they're spending on each topic. So I'm just going to make that really small and put it over here. Now, for the next part of my mini lesson, I wanted to model a think aloud, and I'm going to insert that video here. If you know what a think aloud is, that's perfectly fine. You can skip over it, but sometimes we think about a think aloud and we let the students kind of interact with us during those think alouds, and it can be distracting. It's really good for the kids that know what we're talking about, but for the students that need to see our struggle and need to see us think through a problem, it has so much potential. Now, I know that we know our content, so we're not really struggling, but sometimes.
So that is an awesome sample of what a mini lesson can do. It's just having that idea of a simple idea that you want to get across quickly so your students can pursue another action or correct a misconception. So great, and we appreciate Stella for sharing that with us, and I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Thank you. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out some of our additional videos and don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you can keep up to date with all future content. Thank you.